Let me start recording. All right, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Uh, you're welcome, everyone. Uh, so today is going to be day one of this class. Tomorrow we're going to be finishing up, and we're going to be finishing on a very high note. We're going to incorporate YouTube tomorrow as well, so that we can have this class streamed right here and also on YouTube, right, tomorrow. Okay. So this is a special class, and the reason this class came about is I don't know how many of you watched the video we had on the group. That video was pointing out some things. All right. So my name is Ehimari Wisdom. Um, I I don't know if if you can see my video there. My room is the place here is not very lit, so but of course you're going to meet me in the coming days. On social on the group and all that. So I'm going to be contributing a whole lot, helping you guys. So I'm a financial analyst, right? I've worked with several forex brokers, right? I work with the top broker right now, top broker and international broker based in Australia, right? So what I do, I'm the chief market analyst. So I analyze the markets and all of that. So I hold events for the company. I do a whole lot of things for the company, analyze the markets, show people how to enter trades and so on and so forth. That's what I do currently. Now, why am I telling you this? I want you to understand that the person you're talking to today, I want you to understand that the person you're talking to today has experience in the markets, right? I have experience in the market. So this is not just a random person talk on the internet talking to you. Like I said, you're going to meet me more and more. I'm the one that did the video you have on the group there, right? So if you look at the video that was posted last, that was me. That's my face. All right. So the reason I'm telling you here is number one, to know who you're talking, who's talking to you. Number two, to understand that when I tell you certain things today and tomorrow, you will have perspective towards this, right? Now, I have seen people who the monies that I know a lot of you here have been in Forex, you've traded Forex, or you've had interest in Forex, and that's the reason I'm telling you this, right? Now, I've seen a lot of people the monies that should help them build their wealth, I have seen them destroy it in Forex. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you not to trade if you want to trade, but I'm just telling you that I have seen the statistics that shows that over 90% of traders lose money is actually not a lie. It's not a lie at all. I see the numbers. That's my job, right? It's my job to see the numbers, to look into the statistics of traders, right? And I see all these things. That's my job, right? So when I looked at it, I began to see that while a lot of people are trading and losing monies that should build them wealth. In the past few months, I've seen a trader lose $15,000, $30,000. There's even one that lost $250,000, right? I see these people, they fund these accounts and they blow the money. Now, I ask myself questions and I look at these people and I'm like, this is money that if you put, there's even another man who funded $500,000 and $500,000, it's equivalent of close to a billion naira. And then the man has lost the money. Now, when I look at it, and these are not people that I was told about. These are people that I know. They trade with my broker, right? The company where I am chief market analyst, they actually trade there. So when I look at it and I ask myself a question, why is this happening? Wealth, monies that should build wealth for people, they are destroying that wealth by just wanting to make quick profits. So I began to analyze, I began to study, I began to, really ask myself serious questions, because here's the reason I grew myself and got to a point where I'm now at a level where I'm in trading and also helping people to trade, is because I actually believe investing should be a profitable thing for most people. Investing should be a profitable game for most people, right? I read a lot of Warren Buffett, so I know that investing shouldn't be about losing, 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 losing. So, but why are people losing, losing, losing? I realize that when you are a trader, you are also an investor, but because of the time frame, you enter the market, you want to make quick profits, you forget that you are an investor and that there are certain rules that apply to investing. Okay. So, and those rules, when you put it to work the right way, you will discover that you compound your wealth. It's been said that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. That there are seven wonders of the world, right? The pyramids of Egypt and a whole lot of other wonders of the world. But compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Why is it so? Compound interest helps you take a little bit of money, contributed into an investment plan over a long period of time that builds you stupendous wealth, right? Now, you can decide when it comes to investing. What I realize that a lot of people think short term when you are in trading. Oh, how much profit can I make today? I meet people every time. I have events. This year I've run events across the country, in Port Harcourt, Abuja, all over Lagos, in Ibadan, in different places. I run events by reason of my job, right? Now I meet traders, I meet people everywhere, and the same conversation is what they have with me. How do I make this amount of money? How do I put in $100 and double it next week? How much can I make in 1 week? How much do I make on a daily basis? These are the conversations that you have, that they have, and unknown to them, these are the conversations that have kept them exactly the way they are. These are the conversations that have kept them the way they are. The reason why year in, year out, they've not been able to build wealth for themselves. Meanwhile, they are jumping into things like MMM, into what's the last one that got burnt? A lot of people in Ibadan lost a lot of money in that one. CBEX and the rest of them. CPEX, CVES, and also on, and so many of these crazy things. Why? Because they can woo people by telling you, I will give you this amount of money very next week. Next week we'll get paid, or next month I'll give you 30%, 100%, whatever percent, right? So when you first of all, in the journey of building wealth, so this is after I looked at this whole thing, I began to, connect with professionals, other professionals who understand investing very well, investing in different kinds of assets that are just not trading. I began connecting with them, and we began to put heads together, right? We began to put heads together to decide what can we do to actually add value to people. So help people build wealth, not actually to see money and then the money is gone. We don't want people to do that. We want people to actually be able to build wealth. And then we came up with a plan. I'm going to be showing you a whole lot of the plans tomorrow, but today I want to just give you a bit of understanding about what it is. So I'm trying to give you a background now of how all of this came about. This is not just another scheme or another program or something. No, what we're having here is something that's going to be very revolutionary. And then, like I said, I won't give you a lot of the details are going to come in tomorrow, right? And but today I just want to show you some things. But this is how we came about this, right? We're going to be able to, in 2026, we want to be able to help people to get into the markets into the financial market and actually begin the process of building wealth. Not losing money, but actually building wealth. When you take 100,000 or take 10,000 and you add another 10,000 to it next month, next week, and then you add another 10,000 to it, and then you grow it at a certain percentage, what will that become over a period of time? So the first thing you want to do here is to understand that what you want to do is to be an investor. So it's either for you to build wealth, you're either building your business or you are building an investment. We talked about, I don't know how many of you know what the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. I don't have it here. Cash flow quadrant. So you have employee, you have a specialist, which is a self-employed person. Then those who build well, that's on the left side of the quadrant. The right side of the quadrant has two wealth builders. Number one are those who build their business. Number two are those who invest. And then investing is where you put monies to work. And when you put monies to work, you have to develop two virtues. Number one, the virtue of long-term thinking. Long-term thinking. I can assure you there are people who have been trying, and I kid you not, I have people like this. I even have some of them very close to me. They've been trying to make money in trading for 10 years. And today, they have nothing to show. They are still thinking that they are going to make money in the market, but the monies they have lost in the market, if they have put it in an investment, they would have built wealth already. I have somebody like that. He lives in the US. This year alone, he has lost close to $20,000, and this is just in the past 3 months or so. Now, this person has been in the US for 8 years, and the other day as I was talking to him, I'm like, yes, I am. You trade with us and all of that. But you see, the question I want to ask you is, do you realize that if you were putting up all these monies you've lost, and that's for this year, he lost another 20K last year. He lost just like that. For a long time, it has been losses and losses and losses for him and a whole lot of other people. I asked him a question like, if you decided to start building wealth by putting monies into the stock market, into certain stocks, and so on and so forth, into different kinds of investments that we are going to learn about, and then you allow time to grow, time for you to grow, today you have a couple $100,000 to your name. But here you are blowing your money away in the market, thinking you want to make money. And before you know, you look at it and you say, oh, I want to become rich, but trading is what's going to give it to me. If you tell me to have a 10-year horizon and 10-year plan to build wealth, 10 years is too far. But before you know it, you've lost money. 1 year has passed, another year has passed, another year has passed, another year has passed. You've been in the market for more than 10 years. You cannot point to monies, you can't even point to profits that you have made, not to even talk of your capital. It's losses and losses and losses. But are you better off today than you were previously? Right? Why am I saying these things, guys? I want you to understand the mindset behind what we are coming up with here, so that you have an open mind to begin to receive the things that we are going to be talking about, right? So let's start from here. Let's see how far we go tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be coming back by 8 o'clock, and we're going to be able to go do a whole lot. So first of all here, building a smart investment plan. This training explains how to invest based on time frames. You will learn how to align your money with your goals, right? So with your goals, so you don't just say to yourself, I want to buy this, I want to trade and make so and so. No. Oh, let me just make profit. Oh, how much can I make next week? No. What are your goals? Life works by goals. You have short-term goals, you have mid-term goals, you have long-term goals. So your money, your investment is supposed to help you target what you want to achieve, help you reach your goal. So every investment instrument is a vehicle. What is a vehicle? What does a vehicle do? A vehicle takes you from point A to point B. That is the only purpose of a vehicle, right? That's the only purpose of a vehicle. If you tell you there are two vehicles, one of them is a super high speed car but does not work. Something is broken and is sitting in one spot. But there's a car that is rickety, it's not very neat and clean, not comfortable, but it will move you from this point to where you are going. Which one would you enter? Would you enter the one that is all nice and cool and chill, but it doesn't move? It doesn't move. Or would you enter the one that's taking you from point A to point B? So what I'm trying to say here is that investment instruments they are a vehicle. So you look at them as a vehicle. I was talking to someone the other day. This guy has lost a lot of money. Remember, I said that I interact with traders every day. Okay. I was talking to this guy. This guy had lost a lot of money in trading Bitcoin. And I asked him a question. I said, You've lost so much money. In fact, all the accounts you've blown is because of Bitcoin. Why are you still trading Bitcoin? He says, oh, I just like the instrument. I think I like it. So those are the words of somebody without goals. Because if you have a goal, you will not let one instrument be jeopardizing that goal for you. I hope you are following me here, guys. You won't let that instrument jeopardize your goals and your plans. You don't fall in love with the vehicle, you fall in love with your destination. I'll say that again. You don't fall in love with the vehicle, you fall in love with your destination. So you only align with the vehicle that's taking you to where you're going. Right? You align with the vehicle that's taking you to where you're going, not with the vehicle itself. If that vehicle, you like it, but it's not taking you to where you're going, you're not going to go with that vehicle. You're going to abandon that vehicle. Period. That's the way it works. Right? So an investment plan is structured approach to grow wealth. It matches financial goals with suitable investment vehicles and time horizon. Time horizon determines risk and returns as expected. Okay. So you have three different time frames. Number one, you have short-term goals, you have mid-term goals, you have long-term goals. Now, when you have your goals, you can see the time there. 1 to 2 years for short-term goals, mid goals 3 to 7 years, long-term 7+ years. Now, so this is how you need to look at the finances now, and ask yourself, what are my immediate goals? Right? What exactly are my immediate goals? This is your sorry, 1 minute here. Okay. So these are short-term goals, short-term 1 to 2 years. Number one, designed for goals that are coming soon. Primarily protecting capital, not aggressive growth. Liquidity is very important in this category. So 1 to 2 years, you're looking at, oh, maybe I want to save for a wedding. I want to buy a car, something. But these are the framework. Designed for goals that are coming soon. Primary focus is protecting capital, not aggressive growth. Liquidity is very important, which means that you want to be able to access that money as I went due. Okay. Now, short-term goals, examples. Number one, weddings and ceremonies. Do you have a wedding coming? What plans are you making? That is a short-term goal. Most people, why am I talking about these guys? Most people have no goals. If you are in that category, this should begin to shift your mind. You should begin to shift your mind. This is 2026 we're entering. And I said that 2026 is going to be very, very amazing because we have a plan to help people learn how to invest and build wealth beginning 2026. If you've always been trading and always throwing money into different things and hope to make it, that is a lottery mindset. And lottery mindsets don't get people anywhere except you eventually win the lottery. And the other day I was thinking of something. I'm like, if you throw in some money somewhere and you win the lottery, what do? Now you have to play the lottery again because you don't have any other goals. You don't have any other plans. You don't have, assuming you win the lottery, how do you move from there? So this is not the plan that wealthy people have. No, it's not the plan that wealthy people have, right? So car purchases or purchase or replacement, vacations and travels, emergency funds, all these are short-term goals. So how do you achieve this? Using a couple of instruments. Number one, treasury bills, government-backed instruments, low risk and suitable for conservative investors, available via Nigerian banks in the secondary market. Interest can be received upfront or at maturity. Now, like I said, there was a man I said he brought in about almost $1 billion to trade. This man had this money in an investment, treasury bill investment. This money was paying this man 40 million a month. Watch this now. 40 million a month. That's what I was told. This the account manager who's in charge is my very close friend. We work together. He said this man was making 40 million from this money in a month. He said that money is not good enough. That he wants to multiply it. He knows he can make $1 million in the market. What is the point of keeping and making just a paltry 40 million? Meanwhile, his money's had zero risk. I want to tell you how people think because sometimes some people might think Oh, the reason I'm not making so much money is because I don't have a lot of money. I'm showing you now, people who have $1 billion and they put in the market to trade and they lose it all. $250,000. What is that? That is over 400 million. And stop. Somebody's writing on the screen. Please stop. Stop. This is the time to reflect on what I'm saying, not the time to be busy, right? Don't be busy at this time. Please focus. Okay. We don't have a lot of time on this call. Thank you. So for $250,000 is what? It's over 400 million. Someone puts in the market, he blows it in the market in 2 weeks. Because you might think, oh, if I have that money, I'll change my life. These are people that have it, and this is what they are doing with it. Meaning that you can have a lot of money and still have no plans as to what to do. Okay, available and interest at maturity. Then you have mutual funds. These are some funds. I'm going to show you something. I hope we can go through to the end of this session today. How that you can 100,000 naira can be used to create 30 million naira over a period of time. Meanwhile, somebody who has $1 billion, 400 million will come and blow his money and throw it away. Someone who has $15,000 will come and blow it and throw it away. And then eventually he leads nowhere. It's only the dream that, oh, one day it will get better. One day I will eventually make it. And for most people, the numbers say it. The numbers, you see those statistics that you see posted on broker platforms, oh, 80% of your traders lose money. I can assure you it is actually worse than that. I can assure you because I have access to those data. I know it is worse than that. Okay. So this is another kind of funds. Now, what we are going to be showing you in 2025, 2026 are investments that can grow your money with little to zero to little risk. Some have zero risk and very good returns. Some have little risk. Little risk. Warren Buffett said the number one rule of money is never lose money. Then he says the number two rule of money is never forget rule one, which is don't lose money. Now, don't lose money doesn't mean that you may not lose anything. Don't lose money is you don't put a whole lot of your money in the market and lose it. You don't put $250,000 in the market and lose it, $15,000 in the market and lose it, 500,000 in the market and lose it. If you do that, you are a loser. You are not investing. You don't have a plan. You don't have a goal. It doesn't matter whether you are Aliko Dangote. Even if you are going to lose money, you need to lose it responsibly, not that way. All right? Not that way. So very, very important. Okay. Now, this is what this is about. I'll just roll a little. So this is another one. This high interest, we call this high interest savings account. And then this is midterm. Midterm is 3 to 7 years. 3 to 7 years. Right? 3 to 7 years. Designed for medium range financial goals, balanced risk and return, allows for moderate exposure to growth assets, right? Now, how do you do this? These are for children's education, building a house or purchasing a house, starting a capital for a capital intensive business. All of these are things that you put inside your goal. Can you see that everything is worked around goals? Everything is worked around goals. Now, the only reason you can move from having nothing to becoming wealthy in a period of time is when you actually think like the way the wealthy people think. What is the first thinking here you should have? Long-term thinking. When you think about making money or building wealth building wealth, you think long-term. Building wealth long-term. Long-term is the first thinking you must have. I was watching Lumelu and Tony Lumelu a few weeks ago or so. He said, he was talking to entrepreneurs. He said, a lot of you think short term. He says, entrepreneurship is not a short term goal. It's something that is very long term, very, very long term. So stop quitting, stop thinking like someone that needs food to eat. Even if you need food to eat, you cannot get a lot of food to eat to satisfy you by thinking just for food. So you have to think beyond the food that you need to eat so that you can actually have food to eat. Think beyond food so that you can have food. Are we getting it? So very, very important. These are some of the plans you have here. These are another FGM bonds. You start with as little as 5,000. It gives you 16. It gives you 16 to 18% on an annual basis. Interest is paid quarterly. Returns are tax-free. Interest payments are reinvested, right? So reinvesting, delayed gratification, right? Delayed gratification. There was a billionaire I was watching again a few days ago, and he was literally saying the same thing, how he delayed gratification. The first money he would have used to buy a GLE Mercedes was what he used. He used it to import products. He used it to import products, right? He used it to make a certain import of a certain commodity that now began to help him build his wealth to where it is today. He's a multi-billionaire now, right? He's a multi-billionaire now. So you must have delayed gratification and you must think long term, right? So like guys, like I said, this class is not going to be long today, but the class we're going to have tomorrow is going to be more detailed than this. It's going to be at 8 o'clock. So when this class ends, it may not last too long from now, but just know that the next class, I'm going to share the video of this recording on the group, and then tomorrow is when we are getting ready for tomorrow. And I encourage you to invite some people, invite more people tomorrow. Invite them to come and see what I'm going to share with you guys tomorrow. It's going to be much, much deeper than this. I'm going to be showing you a plan that is not only going to be about investing, it's going to be about you making money. I will show you a plan that you are not only investing, but you have there's a plan that has been designed for you through this training we are giving you that can give you as much as 10, 18 million naira a month if you work the plan as you are working with us. So number one goal when it comes to, let me chip this in now, the number one aim of money is make money. So there's make money, there's manage money, there's multiply money, right? So you make money, you manage it, you multiply it. The number one aim of money is make money. Now, in all these things we're talking about here, if you don't make money, you cannot even invest. So that's why tomorrow I'm going to be showing you a plan to not only invest. While you are thinking about investing, you will be making money, a whole lot of money in 2026. And then you will have monies to invest. Because I'm sure there are a lot of people who are already thinking, oh yes, all these things you are saying, it makes sense. Makes sense to me. But I need money, I need to make money. Then I also need to be able to invest. Because if you're going to give yourself a horizon of 10 years to invest, you need to be making money. You need to be building wealth. You need to be earning income. You need to be living a bit comfortably while you are building wealth. Everything about your life can be about building wealth, right? So that's what we're going to be showing you tomorrow. I'm going to show you a compounding system tomorrow that can take you 100,000 and turn it to 30 million over a period of time. And then there's something with money. When you start to build money, what happens? It starts to attract more money. So you realize that you are going to have more money than you even thought you would have at the time. So if you set a goal for 10 million naira, for let's say a period of 3 years, let's say, okay, I'm going to save this amount, put it in this investment for the next 3 years, and I'm going to reach 10 million, for example, that's your plan. By 10 years, if you follow that plan consistently, you discover that you have way more than 10 million. Why? Because because that's how money is. Money tends to attract more money. But you see somebody who is making millions. I know somebody right now, he makes at least 7 million, 6, 7 million naira a month. He's broke every month. He's broke every month, right? So if you say, oh, it's not, no. So this education is going to be very important. Like I said, this class is about to round off, right? I'm rounding off now because this class is not really a long class today. Tomorrow is a more detailed class. So guys, I want you to go and invite other people. I want you to share the link. I'm going to post the link for the class. I should post the link of the class later. Share that link to other people. Tell them to join. Tomorrow's class is going to be explosive. Okay? So I've been on a trip basically, and I just arrived. That's why this class is a bit this class I'm just making it short here because I know that we've told you guys you are coming today, and then we're starting it today. But tomorrow is the class where we are going to really go much deeper. Okay, so I'm going to end the class here right now. And tomorrow also, we're going to be able to have questions. We're going to be able to have sessions where we'll ask questions and so on and so forth. A whole lot we're going to do tomorrow. So come in here at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. tomorrow, and it's going to be very explosive. Like I said, share the link. I'm going to give the link for the class. I'm going to put it in the group. Either tonight or early tomorrow morning. Share it to other people. Tell them there is something happening here, and then I want you to come and see it. Just come and see it. That's all you need to tell them. Just come and see this. I think this is going to be great, right? And even you that's here right now, make sure you don't miss tomorrow's session. Make sure you do not miss tomorrow's session. Like I said, it's going to be explosive. We're going to take all the time to go deep into everything we need to do. And then I'm going to be showing you a plan where you can make money for yourself beginning January, and then you'll now be able to have money to invest. Right? Invest in the market according to the education that we have. So I'm going to be showing also a whole lot of things tomorrow. But for tonight, we're going to have to end the class here. Then we'll be right back tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow also, like I said, if you have any questions, please just keep it down and we'll be able to address it tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I'll have this recording shared in the group. Tomorrow, make sure you're here. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow.